Feel my... Hey, Dr. Stephanie Waite, and we are now into 2019. Welcome. So maybe this year in 2019, you wanted to set some resolutions, and I'm totally okay with that. Maybe you even set a resolution to lose some weight. I'm also okay with that. I'm not going to hate on you. Just because I am an anti-diet, health at every size, intuitive eating disorder therapist doesn't mean that I don't have compassion or understanding for people who want to diet, because I get it. Like, I've tried every single diet. Well, okay, there's a few in like the last couple of years that I haven't done, but that's because I was like, through my journey and had given up dieting at that point. But you know what? The popular diets now are just old diets repackaged, put in a different bow, and sold to you. So if you're dieting right now, I don't hate you. I actually have a lot of compassion, and I get it. I get that there's this need, this pressure to lose weight and look a certain way. Our society is filled with those messages. So of course you feel pressure to want to change your body and to lose weight, especially because it's all over the place right now, right? Like everywhere you turn, there are ads, there's commercials, there's friends, everybody is on the dieting train. So if you're dieting right now, I get it. It's cool. I ain't mad at ya, but let me just chat with you for a minute. Or if you're thinking about dieting, let me just have a moment of your time to tell you why I am anti-diet and some things for you to think about as you go into the new year and your desire to lose weight. The first thing to remember is that when the diet fails, it's not your fault. So often you are taught to think that you didn't lose weight or you couldn't maintain a diet because you weren't disciplined enough, you weren't motivated enough, you didn't make it a big enough priority, it wasn't important enough to you. Either way, no matter how I mix it and say it to you, the bottom line is that you are taught to feel bad and guilty, and that it's your fault that you didn't lose weight, and it's your fault that the diet didn't work. When to be 100% honest with you, diets never ever work, and your diet is going to fail. When we look at research, and we mean not just a couple of years, because when you begin weight loss, when you begin a diet, you're going to lose a little bit of weight. You're going to lose some weight in the beginning. So sure, research shows, look, hey, everybody's losing weight on this diet. What you don't see a lot of, and I promise you there's a lot of the research out there, but these diets aren't telling you this, is that you are going to gain the weight back. Your body is going to stop losing weight, and you're going to start getting hungry. You're going to start feeling really icky, anxious, depressed. You're going to start obsessing about food. You're going to start obsessing about your body. You may start binging, and then you might start doing some compensatory behaviors, meaning you're doing things to compensate for calories in the food that you've eaten. That happens later, but your diet fails. In fact, 95% of diets fail, and people that diet gain back lost weight plus more in 1 to 5 years. So great, on your diet, maybe you initially are losing weight and you're feeling really great, cool. When it fails, there's a 95% chance that it will, you're going to start to feel guilty. You're going to feel like it's your fault. But I'm here to remind you, it's not your fault. Diets are meant to fail. It failed not because of your willpower and your worth and your dedication and motivation, but it failed simply because diets fail. They always fail. Why do you think we keep coming out with different diets and different programs and different like restrict this, don't eat this, now this is bad, now right? Because diets don't work. If they worked, we would have one diet. Just saying. Now, I know when people are dieting or eating a certain way or following a certain program, they get a lot of validation from that, and there can be some pride that comes in that. And a lot of people, it's really easy to find worth in the way that you eat. For example, oh, I'm so bad when I eat this, or I'm cheating, or man, I'm so good today, right? We begin to place our value as a person, good or bad, on the food that we eat. That's also a lie and a myth of the diet industry. You are not a good or bad person because of the food that you eat or don't eat. There is no morality in food. It is just food. And honestly, we all fucking need to eat. We all need it. So you're not good or bad for wanting to eat something or not wanting to eat something. We all fucking need to eat. So bravo for being human, I guess. If you're wanting some worth around food, but that's really all that it is you just are human and you are hungry and you want to eat. So congratulations on your humanness. And speaking of humanness, we all burn and metabolize food the same way. Now, unless you have an allergy, a medical condition that can affect certain, your body when you do eat or don't eat a certain way. So this is with the exception of that, okay? But we all burn and metabolize food the same way. Our bodies are the human body. Just because you eat a certain way doesn't mean that you metabolize food differently. Or just because you've cut out a certain food group doesn't mean that you're changing your DNA and you're changing your biology and the way that your body works. No, you're human. So no amount of food that you eat or don't eat is going to change the way that your body metabolizes, breaks down, and works through the food that you eat. So and your body doesn't know the difference between different types of food. It doesn't know if it's good or bad. Your body just knows, I was hungry and you fed me. Thank you. And I'm going to, because I'm human, I'm going to burn and metabolize and break down that food that you've eaten, and I'm going to turn it into energy that you can use to think, sleep, go to work, hug your family, play with your dogs, do all the things that you as a human need to do because you ate. Congratulations on being human. Say hi. Okay, so that takes me to my next point about this whole diet weight loss phenomenon that we're currently here in the beginning of 2019 is that you don't have to lose weight to be healthy. There's also this message being sent that you can't live your life until you look a certain way. You either need to be a certain clothing size, you need to be a certain weight, and I 100% get that too. I didn't do a lot of things because I thought that I had to weigh a certain weight or I thought I had to be a certain body size. And so I kept telling myself all the time, well, okay, so I'll start this diet. I'll get my body to where I want it to be. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll have the body that I want to live the life that I want. Our bodies don't determine the life that we get to live. You get to live a life because you have a body. You can be happy and start living your life just as you are. Now, I know there's a lot to unpack there, and there's a lot of grief and shame and fear around weight gain, and there are people in larger bodies that do experience shame and prejudice and stigma, and I am so sorry for you. Sorry isn't the right words. I struggle, I think, finding the words to communicate compassion and validate that is a real experience. Sometimes saying I have compassion for you just doesn't feel very genuine to me. But I want to say that of course you have a desire to lose weight. Like, you've experienced things in your life that have told you that maybe you need to lose weight, or that you would feel better if you did, or that you would be happier if you did. You see people lose weight and make these claims about the life that they're living now because of the weight that they've lost. So I understand where that perception is coming from, but it's an inaccurate, it's a myth, it's a lie. You can live your life with the body that you have now. Having your body means that you get to live life. You don't have to wait to live life to get a certain body. And if you're having a hard time with that, that's okay. There's actually a lot of mental stuff that we have to work through when we want to start accepting our bodies, and we want to start abandoning weight loss and dieting, and we want to start appreciating and accepting our bodies at the weight and size and shape that they are. There's a lot. It's a mental game, and so it's okay if you're struggling with that right now. Know that that is part of this process, and that you can decide to work through that stuff whenever you want to. So again, the point of my post is not to ditch the diet. It'd be awesome if you did. But if you are wanting to diet, here's some things I want you to consider. I want you to consider your body knows what it's doing, despite the food that you eat. Your body knows how to break down and metabolize and digest and use the food that you put into your body. You don't have to teach it to do that. It already knows how to do it because it's a human body. Your body has natural detox systems in place, having a working kidneys, having a working liver. Great, good, perfect. You have an organic detox system, and you don't need to do anything special or different or restrict anything or add anything to your diet to get it to work. It's already there. Congratulations on having a human body. It just works. You can trust your body to metabolize food. You can trust your body to turn that food into energy. You can trust your body to fight off illness and infection. It's already got those systems in place. It already knows how to fight infection. It's fighting infection all day long, every single day. Again, if you have a working immune system, okay? There are sometimes conditions and illnesses and diseases that can affect your immune system, but if your immune system is working, then your body has everything it needs to fight off infection and disease. Your body knows how to get its needs met. Think about it. Tells you need to go to the bathroom. Why? Because it needs to go to the bathroom. So the same is true for eating. Your body knows when it's hungry. It knows when it's full. It knows what it wants to eat. It tells you when it's time to sleep. It tells you when it's time to go to the bathroom. So the same is true for food. You can trust your body to tell you when and how to eat. No, it's totally okay to want to take care of your health. In fact, taking care of your health could be a very honorable value. So it's okay and it's wonderful and admirable if you're doing things to try to take care of your health. But know again that dieting and working out aren't the only ways to do that. There are so many ways for you to take care of your health. Setting boundaries, saying no, getting more sleep, setting goals, being more organized. All of those are wonderful ways that you can take care of your health. But also, remember, health isn't about morality either. A healthy person isn't better than an unhealthy person. People are people, and because we are human, simply just because of our DNA and the way we were born, we all have worth or value. So if you're struggling with your health for whatever reason, know that you still have worth and that you still have value, and that you're just as important and worthy as someone who maybe is in tip-top health shape. Also, if you're not happy, a diet's not the way to find happiness. Maybe for a little bit when you lose a little bit of weight in the beginning, but as you diet, you're going to become more obsessed with food. You're going to doubt your body's cues to feed yourself, and we have this downward spiral. So what started off feeling maybe kind of happy and confident leads you down this road of pain and anxiety and food and body obsession. So if you're really wanting to work on being happy this year, try not dieting. And if you are dieting, whether it works for you or it doesn't work for you, your worth is not found in that. You are not a better person because you diet. You are not an unimportant person because you don't diet. Your worth is in the fact that you are a human. And let me end here. You get to live your life. That's what makes us humans cool, is that, yeah, we're all the same biologically, but we're all different psychologically and mentally and emotionally, and that you get to live your life according to your rules. No one gets to tell you how to live your life, what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy, and what you need and what you don't want. You get to decide that. If you want to live your life following a certain set of rules, there's also nothing wrong with that. That is a choice that you get to make, and that's wonderful. But know that you don't have to follow diet rules or health rules or fitness rules to live a happy and successful life. That you can live a happy and successful and fulfilled life just as you are right now, without making any changes in the way that you eat and the rules that you live your life by. You may be struggling with some of this, and you may be struggling with trusting your body and trusting your instincts and your intuition. I get it. There's a lot of reasons why we start to doubt those things. Maybe start by just being curious. Start by thinking of yourself as a scientist and your life is an experiment. And over the next 30, 60, 90 days, you're just going to ask a bunch of questions. What does this food make me feel like? What foods do I like eating? What foods make me feel happy when I eat them? How do certain foods make my body feel when I'm feeling anxious, overwhelmed? Does eating do something for my body? Does not eating do something for my body? When I move my body in different ways, how does that make me feel? When I'm hungry, how does that feel? When I'm full, how does that feel? What's going on around me? How do my relationships make me feel? What people make me feel happy and supported and valuable? Are there people in my life that make me feel like shit and make me feel like I'm disrespected? Are there situations in my life that are causing me stress and anxiety and overwhelm? Do I just feel anxious, depressed, and overwhelmed? Maybe there's not a lot in your life. Maybe you have a really great life, but you just feel bad for some reason. You can't snap out of it. And you're telling yourself that you should be more grateful and that you have nothing to be sad about, but you are. And those things are all okay. It's okay to ask yourself questions. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to want to understand and learn those things. But know this, that you deserve happiness. You deserve to be successful, and you deserve to be living the life that you want to be living. And you don't need to change your body. You don't need to change your weight to do those things. You can start living the life you want to live today. It is very possible to change your life without changing your body. Is there some hard work that needs to be done? Maybe. You might have a lot of mental, emotional stuff to work through. But the good news is that on the other side of that is that you can live a life full of fun and adventure and doing the things that you want to be doing. And you're not going to have to maybe lose any weight. And I know I just said maybe. I don't know why I said that. Maybe you don't lose any weight at all. That's fine. Like, what your body does or doesn't do isn't what's important. What is important is the life that you're living. All right, that's all I got. This video got really long and really ranting, and I'm really sorry about that. So I'm going to let you go. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And hey, I love comments. I want to know what you like. What don't you like? What would be helpful for you? So comment. Send this video to someone who you think might want to hear it. It's New Year's resolution season, so everybody all over the place is dieting. Maybe somebody feels like they have to diet, but they don't want to, so this video might be helpful. This video might be helpful for them. All right, take care, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you next time.